Hey, welcome to Happiness Bar. My goal is to share cocktails, content, and happiness. And today, we're not making any cocktails, but we are talking about the 6 cocktail books you need to know. The 6 cocktail books you need to know, at least in my opinion. These are the ones that I love, the ones that hold the centerpiece of my bookshelf. And I think you gotta know all these, man. I think you should have these on your shelf. If you're making cocktails at home, if you're doing it professionally, whatever you're doing with craft cocktails, classic cocktails, making drinks, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, these books are gonna drop some knowledge on ya in more ways than one, and these are my top 6. Number 1, Regarding Cocktails by Sasha Petraske. Now, if you're familiar in the cocktail game, you definitely know Sasha Petraske. He is a legend that changed cocktail culture with his New York bar, milk, and honey. In this book, you'll find 85 cocktail recipes from his repertoire, classics, modern variations, and you'll also find stories from bartenders that Sasha himself has trained. I love how this book is set up, honestly, man. It's such a great breakdown. It has this nice little Regarding Cocktails legend here that breaks down ingredients and gives them all their own little symbol, which is cool because then when they show you how to make a specific cocktail, it shows you kind of the glassware and basic amounts from a visual standpoint of what each ingredient is within the cocktail, and it's cool because this also works as a bookmark. In this book, there's also notes on the home bar and so much more. And one of my favorite parts in the book is right here towards the back on page 227, Regarding Milk and Honey House Rules, or the Sasha Petraske Finishing School for Patrons. The list is as follows. 1, no name dropping or star fucking. 2, no hootin', hollering, shouting, or other loud behavior. 3, no fighting, no play fighting, no talking about fighting. 4, gentlemen will remove their hats. Hooks are provided. 5, gentlemen will not introduce themselves to ladies. Ladies, feel free to start a conversation or ask the bartender to introduce you. If a man you don't know speaks to you, please lift your chin slightly and ignore him. I'm not gonna tell you the rest of the rules, man. You gotta buy the book to check it out, but I love that. I love that he has house rules for his bar. Truly a fantastic cocktail book, one of my favorites. So many great recipes, so much great information in here. Sasha Petraske, Regarding Cocktails. On to number 2, Meehan's Bartender Manual. From the renowned mixologist, Jim Meehan. Now, this book truly explains the bar industry from inside out. We're talking cocktail history, professional insights, bar design, menu development, spirits, technique, and the art of service and hospitality. Plus, on top of it, you have nearly 100 recipes from Jim Meehan himself. You got so much in here, man, regarding tools, absinthe, blanch and vert. You got sparkling wine notes. You got notes on gin and Genever and regions and where things are from. I mean, there's so much great information. Meehan's Bartender Manual. Definitely gotta have it on the bookshelf. And it's in this cool green color, so you can't miss it. Number 3, Cocktail Codex. Fundamentals, Formulas, Evolutions. This book is a cocktail book among cocktail books, man. For the cocktail connoisseur, for the bar lover, man. The person that seeks out craft cocktail bars because it's from the James Beard Award-winning cocktail bar, Death & Co. And the brilliant minds behind it, Alex Day, Nick Fauchald, and David Kaplan. Now, in my opinion, this book is a great intro for those looking to get into the craft cocktail game and learn about mixology, because the concept is kind of based off of a simple idea. There are only 6 cocktails. The old fashioned, the martini, the daiquiri, the sidecar, the whiskey highball, and the flip, which you can also refer to as the root recipes. And this book's approach is once you understand those 6 cocktail families, you'll understand why things work the way they work. When to shake, when to stir, when you can leave things out, when you can substitute. There truly is some great information, beautiful cocktail photography, and great breakdowns of these cocktail families. Definitely must have on the bookshelf, especially if you're a beginner. Even if you're not, man, it's such a great approach and mindset to the craft cocktail world and cocktail creations and concepts. Number 4. Now, this is where we get to nerd out a little bit and get to do some heavy lifting. This is Liquid Intelligence, The Art and Science of the Perfect Cocktail by Dave Arnold. Now again, if you are in the cocktail game, you know his name. You've heard it. He's all over the place, man. This guy is a legend for sure, and this book is legendary. This book takes cocktails and truly just breaks down the science behind everything. It talks about the science behind ice and its shape. It talks about sugars. It talks about all the different types of acids there are. Everything to the most precise level that anyone has ever seen outside of a chemistry lab. I mean, truly just a fantastic book. You feel like you are reading a chemistry book when you read this book. It is amazing at the knowledge it will impart on you and how it will affect your creativity when it comes to cocktail creation, how you'll think about creating cocktails and what is possible. It is truly one of my favorite books, and every bar I work at, every bar I've run, everything, I always have this on the shelf. I just think it's a fantastic addition to your home library, Liquid Intelligence. Jumping into number 5. Now, you may notice that these next few books aren't exactly cocktail books, but they have something else to offer. And starting with book number 5, The Flavor Matrix. The art and science of pairing common ingredients to create extraordinary dishes by James Briscione and Brooke Parkhurst. Now, as the title states, this is definitely a more food-based cocktail book, okay? It is geared towards creating great flavor pairings and dishes, things that are kind of unthinkable, things that you wouldn't think about pairing. And that's how I like to approach cocktails. To me, nothing is off limits in the cocktail game. I don't care what it is, if it's edible, if you can consume it, I think there's a possibility to fit it into a cocktail somewhere. It's just about the right approach. So that's where knowledge from multiple of these books kind of comes together, because you learn about some crazy flavors maybe, or certain things you want to do here. And then maybe you need to think about, okay, scientifically, how can I put this into a cocktail and do it properly? Well, that's when you bounce back over to Liquid Intelligence here with Dave Arnold. Maybe he's got a concept or a way to infuse something into a cocktail, bring it into a cocktail properly, so that way it is something you can drink and palatable. And like I said, this book is definitely another nerd alert, because it dives into the science of why things taste the way they taste and why certain things pair together. Now, I learned about this book from a mentor of mine, Don Perrone, a fantastic beverage director that I worked under. Hopefully he'll see this. And he had this book on his shelf, and I just thought it was such a genius way to work on cocktails, to come up with flavors, because we're looking at things like food ingredients and even alcohols or all sorts of things. And you know, you want to know what pairs with it, what works, what doesn't. And they have this great guide here and showing you how things pair. They talk about how things taste and all the different complementary tastes, like sweet, sour, salty, spicy, fatty, bitter, umami. It breaks it down in such a cool way, man. You could see like something like artichoke, what pairs with it and how, and what pairs the best with it within the different regions, whether it be fruity or vegetal or terpene or mallard. And I truly think it's such a fantastic way to create cocktails, man, and to pair flavors, because it is science and cocktails are chemistry. So again, I truly think it's such a cool, unique thing to have on your shelf if you're creating cocktail recipes. It's so cool, man, to bring flavors together. I love the science behind that, and I love this book, Flavor Matrix, man. Number 6, The Noma Guide to Fermentation. This is another favorite of mine. Also, not a cocktail book, but it has a place on my shelf for so many reasons. This book comes from the renowned chef and co-owner of the 4-time world's best restaurant, Rene Redzepi, and David Wilbur, the chef who runs the restaurant's fermentation lab. And again, this book, while not related to mixology, has such a strong placehold in my library for cocktails, because I pick things up in it that I wouldn't pick up from a cocktail book, like lacto-fermented blueberries, which I use to make a lacto-fermented blueberry syrup for a cocktail I created a while back for all you It's Always Sunny fans out there, called D's a Bird. And this book covers like every type of fermentation, man, from kombucha to misos to vinegars to lacto ferments, and honestly so much more. It is just truly an inspiring way to bring some really funky and cool flavors into your cocktails and just do something different, you know, do something that other people aren't necessarily doing, man. I think fermentation is awesome. It's always had a place in history when it comes to food. I think it has a place in cocktails, and I truly do love adding that bit of like that fermented note in there, man. You just get a different kind of layer of flavoring when you add fermentation into cocktails. Truly awesome. Noma's Guide to Fermentation. Must have on your bookshelf. Now, lastly, I know I said it's 6 books, but I just got a little bonus book here, because why not? It's not necessarily in my top 6, but it's right there, man. It's a cool little book to have. It's something simple. It's something just, you know, you like to peek at every once in a while. And that's the Herbal Handbook from the New York Botanical Gardens. I find this cool because while it does give you like recipe ideas, it has even some cocktail recipe ideas. It has some, dish ideas. It teaches you kind of about all different herbs and more vegetal things that, again, you wouldn't necessarily think to add in to a cocktail, but why not work with it? Why not learn about that herb and see what's up, man? Like bergamot, like, let's see, what's something here? I have no idea what it is. Clary sage, just something different. And maybe you got some cool markets around you can go and shop for these things and find them. Cornflower, and try something different in a cocktail, man. Lemon verbena, lovage, don't know what that is. Parsley, of course, you know what that is. Half the people hate that, don't they? Or is that cilantro? That's cilantro. I think everyone loves parsley. Probably not everybody. That's okay. Sage, that's beautiful. We all know what that is. Didn't know it grew flowers like that. That's pretty. I love it. So you got some really cool stuff in here and information you can learn, man. So that's just kind of like my little bonus book on the side. There it is, guys. All these books, man, they're available everywhere, but if you click my link, you can go to my Amazon storefront. I have a little list all together with these books, plus a few others that are not necessarily in my top 6, but they're definitely on my shelf, and there are other fantastic books. If you want to kind of deck out your cocktail library at home or at your bar, check out my Amazon page, man, my Amazon storefront, whatever the fuck it's called. Click the link, check it out. You can get all these books there. All fantastic. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, man. And even though we're not making cocktails, become a regular somewhere. Become a regular at your local watering hole. It's the best way to support local business. Become a regular here at Happiness Bar by liking, commenting, subscribing. Hit that bell if you want notifications. We got cocktail videos coming out every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Get you ready for the weekend. Stay happy, everyone.